Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss the case of Commissioner of Income Tax versus ODEON Builders Private Limited. This case has been reported in 418 ITR at page number 315. The matter has been decided by Supreme Court and the date of the judgment is 21st August 2019. The purpose of discussing this case is that I am receiving a number of queries to make more videos on the concept of bogus purchases addition, because nowadays a number of the notices have been issued on the basis of bogus purchases. The quality of the notices which the assessee is receiving is so vague that in those notices even the allegation against the assessee is not clear. In some cases, the allegations are so vague that when the notice under section 148A clause B is being issued, the information is different. And in that only the amount is written that there is a bogus purchase of 1.5 crore or 1.8 crore. Even it is not mentioned in those notices that from where you have taken these bogus purchases, what are the date of the transactions. When the assessee files the reply that give me the input, what are the parties, then exact party is not given and the whole list of the entities who are being operated by the entry operator are being given. And the standard line in those notices is written that you have to search in that list that from which party you are dealing with. So it means that the assessee has to choose. When the assessee submits its reply and the order under section 148A clause D comes, then the amount which is there in show cause notice under section 148A clause B and the amount which is under section 148A clause D changes. And in many cases it has been seen that during the assessment proceedings, when the show cause notice is being issued, the amount is again changed. And there are the cases where when making the final assessment, a different amount comes. The purpose of telling this story is that department before issuing the notice or before making the assessment is not making the adequate inquiries for the information which they have in their hand. What they are maximum doing at the end of the FAG assessment time or the limitation time, they just issue the notices under section 133 subsection 6 and that too through mail. It is general practice that people do not see their mail. The time given in those notices is 3 to 7 days. The persons to whom these notices are sent, even they do not know that they have received the notices, and simply making the allegation in the assessment orders that we have made the inquiries, no response has been received, hence those parties are bogus. My question is that whether this type of inquiry is whether the proper investigation, is whether it is the proper verification. In the strict sense, this is not at all any verification. So on this case, there is a Supreme Court judgment we are discussing in this case. In that case, Supreme Court held that if the assessing officer makes the addition simply on the basis of the information which is received from the DDIT investigation or the sale tax or the GST department without being done the verification about those transactions, then the assessment which is done on the basis of that information is not valid in the eyes of the law. So if the assessing officer is not doing any verification, or if the verification is done just for the name's sake, then only on the basis of the information or only on the basis of the statements, the assessments are not valid. This is the soul of that Supreme Court judgment. The name of the case is Commissioner of Income Tax versus ODEON Builders Private Limited. This is not a very old case. This is the case of 2019. Friends, I hope that these deliberations are useful for you. If you want to give any input for making it more better, then you can give your suggestion in the comment box. Thank you, friends.